I am so pleased, to have this opportunity to talk about my trip to Ghana last year, 2022. It was a vision I received about 4 years ago, but I couldn't go. First of all, because I was working and I couldn't get away for up to 1 year. And then when I was ready to go, then COVID-19 came and everything was delayed. But I believe that's the way God wanted it. But eventually, I went last year in February 2022. But it was SIM, is a charitable organization serving in mission, so they are called SIM, that I worked with. They prepared me and got me ready to go to Ghana. I chose to go to Ghana, and I worked with them all through while I was in Ghana. And you will also, you are aware that it was about that time I joined Community Church in June 2021. So I wasn't very sure whether, because you must have a church to send you. So I wasn't very sure, I've left my previous church, whether a community church will be able to send me. But surprisingly, there was no stress. And when I spoke to David, he was very pleased, and they said they will support me, they will send me. And so I started getting ready based on that. And I finally left United Kingdom on the 28th of February 2022, got to Ghana, then was received by the team, SIM team there, the director in Accra. I spent a couple of days in Accra with the director of SIM Ghana, going through induction, preparation, because obviously I wasn't going to stay in Ghana, in Accra. I was going to go to the northern part of Ghana called Tamale. So after 4 days in Accra, we took off for Butanga in Tamale district of northern Ghana. And I was sent to a missionary outfit there, where they are known as King's Village. It's known as King's Village. That's where I worked, and that's where I stayed for 1 year. Very nice people, very great community there. I had my accommodation, and I was able to settle down within 3 weeks because of the temperature there. When I left in February, it was fairly winter, even though it was supposed to be spring coming in. But it was very cool when I left UK for Ghana, and getting there, it was like 39, 40 degrees. So that was a little bit of a challenge to me. But with God, I was able to go through it. And with the support from the people there, they were so good, they were so nice to me. And then I started working with them after going through the induction again, showing me around. It's a big place. They've got schools there. They've got hospital. They've got a nutrition center where they look after children with malnutrition. They've got another unit they called assessment unit. That's where they keep children, that were rescued from child trafficking or abuse. So they get them there and they settle until they're able to reintegrate with their family members. So my background as a nurse, I didn't find it difficult to adapt to the environment within the hospital unit. I worked with the nurses, I worked with the matron and the maternity, very nice place. But I worked more with the rescue unit and malnutrition center. The malnutrition center, you have children who are severely malnourished, some of them with marasmus, terribly bad. They used to bring them from the community to the hospital there. And I must say that it is a charitable organization. The hospital there was opened in 2006 by by a missionary, a couple who are missionaries, uh, Pastor Ben Ousi Shekre, and his wife. His wife is white British, but he's Ghanaian. So they got married, and then God used them to set up that great place, supporting the communities, borehole treatment. People were dying, children were dying, adults dying, so they were led into setting up a hospital there. And they were hugely supported by Assemblies of God Church here in United Kingdom. They are their sponsors and they're still part of them. And the hospital started just a small place looking after people, but it's grown now. It's grown with massive maternity unit. They've got operating theatre. They work 24/7. They have trained nurses, support workers, lab, everything you can think about is there. Any case they were not able to handle, they refer them to Tamale Teaching Hospital in Ghana there. So they were really very good. They helped me to settle in very quickly. And I was working with them, looking into the way they do things. With my managerial experience, I worked more with the matron, help them look at better ways to improve the way they do things, and worked with the management as well. But as I said, I had special interest um, for the children with malnutrition and the children at the rescue center. Actually, I was living in the same building with the rescue children. That's where I lived for the 1 year I was there. And really enjoyed myself, really had good time there. Used to go with them to the community for evangelism. I mean, that place was, because it's the upper north, we have more of Muslims there. And so you can imagine where more than 80% of the people there are Muslims. But the good thing about them is that they are open-minded. They are very good if you want to go to any community to witness to people. All you need to do is to get a permission from the chief of that particular community, and they will create space for you, ask people to come out and listen to the gospel. And so I used to go with them to go and witness to people. And also I work with the church there. The church in that King's Village is a part of Assemblies of God Church Ghana. And so the pastor there, Pastor Robert, I got on well with them. I usually would, they ask me to preach, I would do that. I teach them. I teach morning devotion, or every Wednesday morning they have a teaching they call a life group. So I pick up any topic I liked, and then we discuss it. I really thank God for helping me to accomplish that vision and that desire, because I believe it's mission accomplished. I told them that I'm not going to stay more than 1 year because they didn't want me to go. And the good thing is that I got on well with everybody. I never had any problem with anyone, no disagreement. There was complete peace there. So, and I'm also grateful to Community Church for the huge support I got from them financially. I had Deborah, sometimes we Zoom in with me and we talk, just trying to make sure that I was getting on well. And a lot of people will come to me, oh, Esther, what do you want? I'm going to the market. Because apparently, because it's a remote area, so no shops, know where to buy things. So if you want to go and do shopping, you have to travel a few miles, about 30 minutes drive to this town center to do your shopping. But what was happening that many people were ready to help me, even without asking them. They will come to me, is there anything you want? Is there anything you want us to get for you? And or even if I need a car, the King's Village, every time ready to provide a car and a driver for me to go wherever I wanted to go. But in all these things, the good thing is that God has used me to reach out to people that I didn't know before, and also language barrier. I can't speak Ghana, but I learned a little bit of their language for like phrases, how to, greeting, asking after people. That's all I could learn, so I can communicate a little bit with them. But anytime I need to minister or witness to people, they always give me somebody who will, interpret for me. I've come back with wealth of experience and seeing what people are going through, because when you're on your comfort zone, you don't really know what people outside there, particularly in developing countries, what they're going through. Is a lot. And above all, just to ensure that while you are providing them with their physical needs and support, you're also providing them with the spiritual support, telling them nobody, the SIM vision is to ensure that no one dies without knowing Christ, without knowing the gospel. So I held on to that vision and worked as much as I could, and the energy within me within that period. So yeah, that was my trip. I finished in March 2023. Oh, they wouldn't let me go, but I told them I have to go. I have to go, and there was a very wonderful send-off from every one of them there. Very emotional time for me, because having been with them for 1 year, got to know them, got to interact with them. Now leaving them became a little bit emotional for me. But the good thing is that I left them in peace, and I'm still communicating with them. They're still sending me messages, giving me update about those children, the ones that have been discharged. I mean, the children are in the nutrition at the nutrition center, and the children at the rescue unit, assessment unit, that have reintegrated with the members of their families. So I'm still, in contact with them, and looking forward that sometimes, maybe next year, I'll just pop in there to see them and spend a good time with them again, but not on a long term, just for a short visit. So yeah, that's my story, and I thank God for making it to happen, and everyone who has helped me. I'm very grateful to them, individuals that were, donating towards my cause. I really owe them a very big gratitude, and I appreciate them. And yeah, so that's what it is. So thank you very much.